협곡에서 리엔자.
가야지.
결과만 놓고 보면 1원이었던 T1이 예상대로 이겼다. 근데 내용은 그건 아니었거든요. 사실상 T1도 피투성이에요.
KT가 얼마나 만만치 않다는 것을 보여줬습니다. 하나 생명!
엔진 소리가 들립니다. 그냥 전방위적으로 두들겨 맞고 있죠, 하나 생명.
아, 내가 잘해야 돼.
진짜 시동도 안 걸렸는데 그냥 엔진이 얼어버렸어요. 그냥.
하나 생명은 마치 디플러스 기압 전으로 돌아가는 것 같아요.
Yeah, so I feel like a huge matchup here where we're looking for KT to continue the form they showed against T1, up against Hanwha, and try and push themselves forwards. We have seen that historically, especially recently, like the wins here for Hanwha were far in the past. It has been KT domination for the past year or two.
Well, I mean, but you need to know, HLE's been losing every single time, so the record seems a little bit unfair, but it's the same thing against DK. They have not won. They haven't won against DK too recently, and they still make upset. So I think today will be probably still interesting.
Yeah, and I think a big matchup to focus on is the top lane. I feel like Keen has shown he is in phenomenal form, matching up to Zeus as well. And I think his Jax is something they really need to get a handle on. Probably just going to be denied, but also just ensuring there's a good matchup for Kingen, especially since one of the picks that he leans on is a Gnar, and Jax does pretty well into that Jace as well. So, you know, I feel like Kingen just needs to be able to survive in this matchup if they're going to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably like high chance that I think the Kingen will just play like more so 10 champion, like especially also even though we're highlighting the Gnar, the Kingen win rate, or like everyone knows like Kingen Gnar is really good, but the thing is like it's really easy to get counter if you're not especially banning against Keen champion pool, which is Jace and Jax as you mentioned it. And I think that's gonna be the key from the pick and ban, that if they're aiming for just trying to pick the Gnar, they have to ban exactly what they want, and also Keen probably, we'll see what they're bringing up.
And honestly, a big curveball if we do see them on red side, because you get that potential counter pick, which could be huge.
Battle of the lookalikes here. Not playing in the same role, but I do want to point out that KT's solo lanes have been exceptional so far, and BDD is no stranger to playing really well under high-pressure situations.
I feel like BDD, a big asset he had, even when KT was struggling earlier in the split, was his activity on his map, his presence to move around, and we've seen that as the meta has shifted more towards these mids, you can set up plays, set up skirmishes, he's been doing really well, and picks like the TF we saw was so effective for him.
Yeah, I mean, which is, I think, like, it worked really well even against T1. That means, like, I think it's already confirmed, like, they're really shown that, like, they can't easily succeed with it. And there's one thing, the frame cleat, like, regular season of Sejuani the performance was not good. At the same time, the win rate also not good. But the thing is, like, as soon as a playoff landed, it's completely different person.
Yeah, I feel like Clid didn't have the best year last year when he was in the LPL for FPX. There were moments this year so far where he has struggled, but so far in that DK series really stepped up. And I think people were super concerned about that matchup up against Canyon. The expectation was it would be one-sided, but he has delivered for the team so far.